Abilene was supposed to stay buried in the past, but it called him back. The night wind crossed the desert like something alive, cold, unforgiving. Jack Mercer, the nameless gunslinger, stopped his horse without warning. Something had changed, not around him. Inside the story, inside the silence, he slowly reached into his coat. A folded letter, old paper, stamped with Abilene's broken seal. His eyes narrowed, because Abilene never sent messages. It only ended things. He opened it. One line, short, heavy. They found her again. Jack didn't react immediately. He just stared at the words. Sarah Collins. The name returned like a shadow he couldn't fully leave behind. He had pulled her out once, from Cain, from death, from Abilene itself, and now she was back inside it, or something had dragged her in again. Behind him, the horse shifted nervously. Jack slowly folded the letter, placed it back, and spoke low. So they didn't stop. A pause. Then, they just changed hands. In the distance, hoofbeats, faint, but organized, not random riders, tracking riders. Jack didn't turn. He already understood. This wasn't chase anymore. It was retrieval. He mounted his horse and turned toward Abilene. No hesitation, no confusion, only direction. Cut to Abilene. The town wasn't destroyed. It was worse. It was quiet, like it was waiting. Sarah Collins stood inside an abandoned wooden house, dust falling through broken beams. Her hands trembled slightly. She had tried to leave. She had tried to disappear. But Abilene doesn't let stories end easily. Outside, footsteps, controlled, measured. A voice came softly. Sarah Collins, come out. No anger, no rush, just certainty. She stepped back. No, she whispered. The door creaked open, but no one entered. Only a silhouette outside, watching, waiting. Then another voice behind him. He's on his way. Sarah froze. Who? The man outside answered. The gunslinger. A pause. And when he arrives, everything ends again. Cut back to Jack. Mercer rode through the desert, wind pressing against his coat, eyes fixed forward. No doubt, no hesitation, only calculation. He spoke quietly. If they touched her again, they chose this. His hand slowly moved closer to his holster. Not fear, not anger, purpose. Because this time, Abilene wasn't calling him back to save someone. It was calling him back to finish something unfinished. And this time, he was already ready. Sarah Collins stood near the broken wooden wall of the house. She hadn't slept. Not really. Every sound outside felt closer than it should be. Not loud, not chaotic. Controlled footsteps, like trained men circling a perimeter. She pressed her back against the wall. Her voice barely came out. Why is no one helping? Silence answered her. Then, a voice outside again. Calm, cold. You were never supposed to leave Abilene, Sarah. Her breath stopped because she recognized something in that voice. Not a stranger, someone local, someone who knew the town, someone who knew her story. Outside the house, 3 men stood across the street. Not bandits, not Cain's crew. Different, cleaner, better dressed. Their horses stood still. No impatience, no chaos, just discipline. The leader stepped forward slightly. His eyes stayed on the house. She's inside, he said. Another man spoke. And the gunslinger? The leader smiled faintly. He will come. A pause. And when he steps into Abilene, He looked around the empty town. It closes. That word carried weight. Closes, not fights, not traps. Closes, like a system already designed, like a plan already executed halfway. Cut back to Jack. Jack Mercer reached the outer edge of Abilene. He stopped. For the first time, not because of fear, because of recognition. The town looked normal from a distance, but Jack had seen enough death to know when something looks normal in the wrong way, it means control. He dismounted slowly, walked forward on foot, dust rising slightly under his boots. No rush, no emotion, only awareness. His hand hovered near his holster, not drawing, just ready. Then he saw it, a small mark carved into the wooden post at the entrance of town, a symbol, not random, organized, military-grade marking. Jack's eyes narrowed. So it's not Abilene anymore. A pause. It's occupied. He stepped forward. Inside Abilene. The net closes. Sarah suddenly heard it. A different sound now. Not footsteps, not voices. A shift, like something entering the town boundary. Her heart tightened. No, she whispered. Outside, the leader raised his hand slightly. The men around him moved. Not fast, not aggressive, just positioning, like chess pieces aligning. One of them spoke softly. He's here. The leader nodded. Good. He turned slightly toward the center of town. Let him walk in. A pause. Abilene will do the rest. Final moment. Jack enters Jack. Mercer stepped into Abilene, and immediately he felt it. Not danger, structure. This wasn't chaos waiting for him. This was design. A town built like a cage, and he was already inside it. He whispered low, "So this is what you became." He looked ahead, toward Sarah's location. Then toward the unseen eyes, watching him from every angle. And finally, he walked forward, into the silence, where the real fight was already waiting to begin. Didn't walk into Abilene. Abilene closed around him. Jack Mercer walked deeper into the town. Each step was quiet, too quiet. No birds, no wind movement. Even the dust felt controlled, as if it had settled in patterns instead of randomness. He stopped once, looked left, a window, empty, but not abandoned. Observed. He turned slightly, looked right. Same feeling, every direction. Watched. Jack whispered to himself, "They're not hiding." A pause. They're positioned. Cut to Abilene, the controlled town. Sarah Collins stood frozen inside the wooden house. She could feel it now, too. Something had shifted outside. The silence had changed shape. Before it was waiting. Now it was tightening, like rope being pulled slowly from all sides. Her breath became uneven. No, he's here, she whispered. Outside, a voice spoke again. Closer now, calmer, more certain. He stepped in. Another voice replied. And now he can't step out. The leader moves at the center of Abilene. The leader stood still, hands behind his back, watching the street where Jack had entered. He didn't look nervous. He looked satisfied. Because this wasn't an ambush. This was architecture. A plan built over time. He spoke quietly. Lock the east exit. A pause. Seal the west. Another man nodded and left. No running, no urgency, just execution. The town itself felt like it was tightening, Jack moves deeper. Jack Mercer continued walking, still no reaction on his face, but his awareness sharpened. He noticed small things now, doors slightly aligned, shadows placed too consistently, movement that stopped whenever he turned. This wasn't natural. This was coordinated surveillance. Jack stopped near the Main Street intersection. He tilted his head slightly, then spoke low. "You're not hunting me." A pause. "You're guiding me." Silence answered him. Then a slow clap from somewhere ahead. Not loud, not mocking, controlled. A man stepped out from between two buildings, well-dressed, calm posture, not a fighter, a planner. He smiled slightly. "So you noticed?" Jack didn't respond. The man continued. "Most men don't." A pause. "They think they're walking into a town." He gestured around. "But they're actually walking into a system." Jack's eyes stayed fixed. Inside the house, Sarah realizes Sarah suddenly heard footsteps outside the house door. Not random. 2 sets, stationed, guarding. She backed away slowly. Her voice broke. "They're not here for me." A pause. "They're here for him." Her hands trembled, because that changed everything. If she wasn't the target, then she was leverage. Back to Jack. First contact. The well-dressed man stepped closer, still smiling. "You're the gunslinger," he said. Jack replied quietly, "I don't use that name." The man nodded. "Doesn't matter." A pause. Names don't survive what's coming. Jack finally moved his hand slightly closer to his holster, not drawing, just acknowledging. The man noticed, smiled wider. "Good." He stepped back half a step, and then whistled once, soft, controlled. That sound changed everything. From rooftops, from alley edges, from behind windows, men began to appear, not rushing, not shouting, just revealing positions, slowly, precisely, like Abilene was opening its eyes. Jack looked around once, quietly said, "So this is the system." The man answered, "Yes." A pause. "And you just walked into the center of it." The street behind Jack closed. The street ahead filled. Sarah stood trapped inside the house, and Jack Mercer was now standing exactly where they wanted him. Not surrounded, not attacked, positioned, and somewhere in the distance, a final voice spoke from the leader. "Begin." They built Abilene like a cage, but they forgot who they were trapping. The word "begin" still echoed in the air. And then Abilene moved. Not chaos, not panic, precision. From every direction, the hidden men stepped forward. Rooftops, alleys, windows, all aligning into one coordinated circle. Jack Mercer stood in the center of it, still, unblinking. For a moment, nothing happened, because even they were waiting for him to react first. But Jack didn't rush. He observed, slowly turning his head once, left, right, up, down, measuring everything. Then he spoke quietly. "This isn't an ambush." A pause. "It's a containment field." The man in the suit smiled faintly from a distance. "Correct," he said. "We don't kill you quickly, gunslinger." A pause. "We study you first." Inside the house, Sarah breaks reality. Sarah Collins heard the word study. Her stomach dropped. "No," she whispered. "They're not just trying to kill him." Her voice cracked. "They're testing him." She pressed her hands against the wall, because now she understood something terrifying. Jack wasn't saving her anymore. He was the experiment. Back to the street, the first wave. A signal moved through the town, silent, instant. The first attackers stepped forward. 3 from the left, 2 from the right, 1 from above a balcony. Synchronized, perfect timing, all converging at once. Jack exhaled slowly, then moved. Not backward, not sideways, forward. The first strike came. Jack deflected it without looking. The second, he stepped inside the attack range and redirected it. The third, a precise movement ended it before momentum even finished forming. 3 down. No hesitation, no wasted motion. The circle tightened immediately. The man in the suit's expression changed slightly. "Interesting," he murmured. "The system adjusts." A whistle echoed again, this time shorter, sharper. The formation changed instantly, not attacking blindly anymore. Now, they adapted. Spacing widened, angles changed, pressure increased instead of speed. Jack noticed it immediately. "They learn fast," he said quietly. Another wave came, but this time from all sides at once. No pattern, no rhythm, just pressure. Jack blocked, shifted, turned, but now he was being forced to move constantly, step by step. They were pushing him, not overpowering, controlling space. The suit man watched closely. "Yes," he said softly. "Now we see your limit." Inside the house, Sarah's realization. Sarah backed away from the window, her breath shaky. "They're not trying to win quickly," she whispered. "They're trying to drain him." She looked toward the street. Jack was moving constantly now, never still, never resting. And for the first time, she saw something she hadn't seen before. Even he was being guided, not defeated, but positioned. Jack, the shift. Jack Mercer suddenly stopped moving, completely. A strange silence formed around him. Even the attackers paused slightly. The suit man narrowed his eyes. Why did he stop? Jack slowly raised his head, looked at the rooftops, the alleys, the windows, then spoke clearly. "You built this town wrong." A pause, because now his tone changed, not reactive anymore, decisive. "You built it to trap movement." A slight pause. "But you forgot something." He turned slightly. For the first time, he smiled faintly, cold, controlled. "You're inside it too." The turn. Before anyone reacted, Jack moved, but not into them, into the structure. A sudden shift. He kicked off a wall, rose onto a ledge, changed elevation instantly. The system broke for half a second. Confusion spread. "He's breaking the grid!" someone shouted. Too late. Jack used the town itself now, not as battlefield, but as weapon. Angles collapsed, sightlines disrupted, control started slipping. The suit man's expression hardened. Recalculate. But Jack didn't wait, because now he wasn't inside their system anymore. He was rewriting it. A system only works until someone refuses to play by its rules. The moment Jack Mercer broke elevation, Abilene lost its certainty. For the first time, the structure failed to predict him. From rooftops to alleys, confusion spread like a crack in glass. "Hold formation," someone shouted. But formation didn't respond, because the grid was no longer intact. Jack moved across it like it wasn't a plan anymore. But terrain, unowned, uncontrolled. The suit man's eyes tightened. "He's not resisting the system," he said quietly. "He's dismantling it." One of the hidden men tried to reposition. Too slow. Another tried to intercept from above. But Jack was already gone from the angle they calculated. Not faster, not stronger, just no longer predictable. Every movement they made to contain him created a gap somewhere else. The system began to collapse inward, like a net tearing from its own tension. The suit man finally stepped forward. For the first time, his calm broke slightly. "Enough," he said. A pause. "End it." But there was no single end anymore. Only fragments. Inside the house, Sarah's moment. Sarah Collins heard the change outside, the sound of coordination breaking, the silence between commands growing longer. She stepped closer to the window and saw it. Not a fight anymore. A collapse. "They're losing control," she whispered. Her hands trembled, because now she understood. Jack wasn't just surviving. He was ending something bigger than her rescue. Something built for years. Jack, the center of disruption. Jack stood in the middle of Abilene again. But now, it was different. No circle, no containment, just scattered positions. Broken intent. He looked toward the suit man and spoke calmly. This town was never alive. A pause. It was programmed. The suit man frowned. "You don't understand what you're interfering with," Jack replied. "I understand enough." Then he moved, not toward the attackers, not away, toward the structure itself. A rooftop support line collapsed as he struck its weak point. A balcony shifted sight lines. A signal post went down. One by one, the system lost anchors. And without anchors, it couldn't hold. The suit man. Final move. The suit man finally raised his hand, not in panic, but decision. "Fallback protocol," he said. A pause. "If he breaks the town," a faint breath, "erase the objective." Sarah froze inside the house. "What does that mean?" she whispered. Outside, the remaining men began retreating. Not defeated, redirected. Because now, the mission had changed. It was no longer control. It was termination. Final moment. Jack reaches Sarah. Jack. Mercer reached the house. No resistance now, only silence. He opened the door slowly. Sarah stood inside, frozen, breathing uneven. Their eyes met. No words at first, because everything between them had already been said through survival. "You came," she whispered. Jack nodded slightly. "Yes." A pause. "But we're not finished." Outside, Abilene was quiet again, but not peaceful. The system had collapsed, not defeated, just withdrawn, and somewhere far beyond the town, the real operator of this structure had already marked the gunslinger. Final shot. Jack helped Sarah outside. She looked at the broken silence of Abilene. "This town," she said softly. Jack answered. It was never a town. A pause. It was a signal. He mounted his horse, pulled her up beside him, and turned toward the horizon. Behind them, Abilene faded into dust. But ahead, something far larger had already started moving. And for the first time, Jack Mercer wasn't being chased. He was being measured.